This is just a quick update. I've changed all my system around, but this is the current power. Got good sunlight outside, so it's not the turbine, but you'll see picking up. It's very gusty coming up now. I just saw it about 1.8, something like that. There we go. So it's like pretty good output. I changed all the system. There you go, leave it up for a minute more. It's not the gusty it's ever been, but it's pretty gusty. So enough of that. Okay, so this is the GTI, which is constantly loading the batteries. As you can see, it's pretty close to its maximum. It's 900, it's at maximum, and then it stops draining. So I've got to keep that around that number. So it's putting most of the stuff into the batteries and storing it. And what I did do is I changed everything around. I removed this guy. That's now no longer in the system, and I took this out, which was temporary. I replaced it with this new unit. This one. That's a 3000 watt mppt. It's for solar and wind, and it connects to the batteries. It's a big resistor up there. I'll show you that resistor again. So that's the big resistor that goes with it. It's huge. I've just got to do a bit more finalising, so I'm just testing at present. So it's more or less a matter of just work out that if this device can actually control the turbine, which it seems to be doing quite well. That braking resistor only applies when it reaches 50 volts, and it's stone cold. Well, normally in this kind of conditions, that inverter, the GTI 1000, would just be tripping all over the place. So I'll just stay on here a minute and show what's going on. So I have got a balancer on this one. It's over here. So that seems to be quite good. I did have a different one on. I'll just get that one. Second. This one, not quite as good. The wires are a bit thinner, so I recommend that other one rather than that one. But I was going to make this into a 48 volt battery and put it on my other system, but I've decided against that. So what I'm going to do is this. So this is my other setup, my homemade 48 volt battery. I'm going to split this in half, make it into a 24 volt battery, and then we're going to have another 24 volt lithium battery to that. So that'll give me 6.6 kilowatts. So this one's just charging nicely at present. This one hasn't got an mppt yet. So this device, this is coming out. I'm going to replace it with an mppt device from the same company as the other one. That wind is really picking up. Let's go and have a look. So I have got a solar on there as well. I'll see if I can just let you see what the solar can do. Okay, there we go. That was a lot. 1.6 kilowatts. I'm going to click on this guy. Not quite working through yet. I'll just see if I can get to the current mode. Nothing seems to be happening now. Let's get that one. I can't get it to change. I'm not worked that out yet, probably, but there you go. I did see 1.7 inch, so I brought it across. Like it's constantly kicking out around 700-800 watts, which is perfect. Doesn't trip, it just keeps pumping out the wattage. So I'm really happy with that. So I'm probably just going to finalise all this wiring because it's a bit of a spaghetti junction at present. So I'll clean everything up, put some big circuit breakers in, Let's see how it goes. But currently I have this Wi-Fi module, but it's RS485, which I'm connected across to my Raspberry Pi over here. This box, that's a Raspberry Pi Compute Module 4. I've been testing it, playing around with it, and it's not standard Modbus, so you have to write your own serial thing, but if you want one, I've got that, and I can communicate with it quite easily with it. So what this is doing, there we go. Well, it's in the setting stage, you don't want to escape. Okay, there we go. 26.4 volts. That's 26 amps for solar panels. Power on the solar panels. Current on the turbine is 31 amps. There you go. 28.4 volts. So there you go. That's pretty good. I just saw the little light flash on there. So the braking resistor is applying. I can just feel a little bit of heat on this thing. Just a little bit warm. So it's actually doing its job, but it's not getting really. You can touch it. It is warm. And I did see that exclamation mark flashed up then. I think that's the brake going on. Yes, so let's see the braking resistor there. That means the braking resistor is applied to slow it down, I believe. Yeah, it's pretty good. So that will stay in that condition. And it's working great. Like I say, it's not getting overly hot. Still touch it. Big resistor. Obviously that side it says 1000 watt 5 ohm. So yeah, it's like I say, it's pretty cool. So it's trying to control it. The best thing about this is it doesn't make a lot of noise outside. The turbine is a lot quieter than it used to be. So I'm quite happy with that. So we'll just leave it. I'm going to go out for the day. And when I've actually tied it up, I will do another demo on it. Okay, cheers guys.